Just one of the many things I do to embarrass Bajheera.
She walks around like that in public.
I put my pants over the top of my shoes so that they stretch before the gym because I don't like pants that flood. You know? Oh, I can't turn it upside down now.
I told her she's lucky she's so pretty, so that people are just like her so, like, you know, transfixed with her face, and they are unable to look away from her beautiful face to notice that she's got her pants wrapped over her shoes.
Wait, our neighbor was out with their dog.
On the front and back.
What?
A little weird pants.
I don't see anything wrong with this. I'm stretching. It's pretty funny.
You get to do whatever you want to do, baby.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at you funny. Be like, what the heck are you doing?
Hey, nothing wrong with it. So we're going to baby gym today.
Yeah, we're going to little gym because I'm gonna do some legs, but I think I don't feel like I've filmed a leg workout in a while. So if you guys are curious about what I'm doing with my legs, it's pretty much the same thing. Or if you just want to see some leg action, we'll do that. And a lot of these exercises are things that you all should be able to do at your gym wherever you go. And I mean, I could even do, depending on, you know, if I ever do like an at-home leg workout, I'll probably just do it then. But I'll just show this today. Will be more like what I like to do for my legs at the gym, and if you guys want to try it out, feel free. But I've also noticed that a lot of you guys do enjoy those sort of at-home workouts videos, and so that's good. I'm glad to see that. Number one. Number two, I'm happy to make more. I think the last video we did upper body, so I'm probably gonna have to do. It would make sense to do something that's more like leg oriented. Yeah, like lower body and like legs, like a leg and ab workout at home. Legs and eggs. Because if you guys are sitting around playing video games all day, if you guys get stuck at work and you know you got to sit around at a desk all day, you know you're not getting a whole lot of leg and stomach activation. So yeah, it wouldn't be too bad for me to show you guys a few exercises that you can do for your legs and stomach and abs and stuff at home too. Maybe a little bit of back, but whatever. But yeah, we're heading to the gym today. I'm gonna do some legs. Probably try to record a little bit of that for you. Scare all the old people at the baby gym. I probably won't be making too much noise today.
We've been hearing good things though about the gyms in California.
Yeah, that is exciting. They seem like they have a lot of nice gyms there. Yeah. And it's like a different environment. Like there's like, you know, like almost like a gym culture there.
Yeah, like we were talking, Tally was talking to us today. I was watching his stream, and
he's our buddy.
He was happy to hear that we'd be out there, and that he's like, the gyms there is serious business.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fitness people out there, so.
That's what I'm talking about. He said that he was mad at us because he bought like
Bajheera.
He bought like 2 4-pound tubs of Cellucor protein, like, and then I start telling people how they can get a discount. So yeah, don't be like Towley. Go ahead.
Hey, he'll do it next time.
Oh, I know. I just don't like don't like be sure that you type in your promo code BAJ, get yourself 20% off, especially if you're gonna be buying 2 4-pound tubs of protein.
He actually had a really good idea. He said that he does the steel cut oats and then puts the cinnamon protein in there.
Yeah.
And it's like so good from what he said. So.
If you guys are looking for like a weight gainer shake, that's a really good idea. Just throw some oats in your protein drink, and you can blend it if you want to, or just leave them in there and just chew them up. But that's a really good thing to do. Get some protein, get some carbs, get some gains. But like I said, we're going to the baby gym. It takes about 2.5 minutes to get here, so I'm ready to pwn. Next thing you see will probably be doing squats. All right, guys.
And I'll be doing this.
We're doing our little weirdy feats.
Alright guys, enough of Jenny's little weird feet pants action. Time to do some squats. So this is my my current leg day, or at least what I did today. Leg day has been one of my most difficult days since I really only started training legs this winter, but it has grown into one of my favorite days by far. My muscles are starting to get to the point where I can feel exactly how I need to contract them in order to get them to function the way they need to. It's not just performing movements anymore. I'm really starting to get into this, and slowly but surely I do feel like my legs are growing, so that's encouraging. One of the consequences of being able to feel the muscle more than just performing movements is that especially on days like today, I didn't feel my absolute strongest because I still am dieting. I've reintroduced carbs, so I do feel stronger than when I'm low carb dieting, but still in a deficit. And, of course, one of the things you need to understand is, especially as you begin your fitness journey, if you are beginning it, or as a helpful thing to be reminded of if you're an experienced lifter, is that, you know, your strength fluctuates. Some days you feel really strong, some days you don't feel so strong. And what I advise you to do is, you know, rather than keeping your numbers in terms of the weight you're pushing around consistent, keep your effort consistent. So today I didn't really go quite as high for my max lifts, but I kept my effort really consistent, and I actually did a few more working sets of lower weight. So this is just 205, which is really not a very impressive squat for a lot of people, but for me, it's where I need to be in order to get the most work done. So that's what I'm doing, using really, well, what I feel like is really good form. You guys can tell me otherwise if you need to, but I feel like this is a pretty solid squat form, going plenty low, getting a good squeeze throughout the movement, keeping it really controlled. And I think I've improved my bar path a little bit. It seems like the bar is going more straight up and down, which I think is ideal, but regardless, getting some really good reps in. What I did is I believe, a couple warm-up sets of 135, then I put the 25s on, and I think I did 4 sets of 205, and then I did 6 sets of 225, and I normally will do 6 working sets of the weight that I'm interested in really training with, and I think 225 is a fine weight to be training with. I realize, I mean, I weigh just under 200 pounds, I'll show at the end of the video, and so like I said, my squat isn't huge for somebody my weight, but you know, I'm comfortable with where I'm at in my fitness journey. I know that this isn't like an indicator of my maximum fitness potential. It's just, hey, I haven't trained legs much, so what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna start lighter and really get used to the movements, really get used to, you know, get my legs used to bearing this certain kind of weight, because I used to be a distance runner, didn't want to gain a whole lot of mass, didn't train a whole lot of legs, so now I'm, you know, looking to be more competitive in terms of bodybuilding, so gotta start training legs, and I'm really having a good time with it. Another benefit of training legs, of course, is that, you know, they're really big muscles, they'll burn a lot of calories for you, plus, as those big muscles require repair, it'll release a lot of healthy, natural testosterone and HGH into your body, and then you can use that to, you know, help build the rest of your muscles. So leg day is super important for any lifter. But anyway, started off with some squats, then transitioned into front squats. Now I'm doing some straight-legged deadlifts, again with low weight, really just trying to have the tightness tense up in the back of my legs, and then as I bring the weight up, I use my hamstring muscles to pull that weight up, and you gotta really clench your glutes in the front, you know, thrust your hips forward. I remember watching Chris Jones videos. He's of Physiques of Greatness, one of my favorite fitness YouTube channels. Talks about humping the bar, and you know what? If that's what you need to do in order to, you know, get the motion right, so be it. So shout out to you, Chris. Keep it up. You and Vince, you guys are doing a great job. But anyway, as if they'd ever see this video, what I'm going to transition to next is some leg press. And some days, especially days like today, I sometimes feel like I get more out of leg press than I do out of squats, just because there's really nothing going on except you and pushing. There's no balancing. There's not really any sort of, I don't know, it doesn't feel as dynamic of a movement. It's just really just digging into your quads. And but for me, I mean, I also feel it in the back of my legs. I also feel it in my glutes. But you guys tell me. I feel like I've been making some progress in my legs, man. Them legs are looking serious. I'm liking it. So what I'll do is I will do leg press, really using my, you know, the back of my legs, transitioning into the top of my legs, in front of my legs. I was feeling this a lot on my quads today, so I was going ahead and engaging with that. And one of the ways I was doing that is sometimes you might be able to see it on some of my lifts. I did it in the beginning. I'm not sure if I did it at the like in the middle, but I'm trying to just push like right through with my heel, and my toes can sometimes even come off of the little plate right there a little bit. And that's just because I'm really trying to get into my quads here. I did, you know, when I do squats, I do feel it in my quads, but I also feel it a lot in the back of my legs. And then I'll do those straight-legged deadlifts, and then I'll also do deadlifts on my back day, which of course dig in a lot to the back of my legs. So on my actual leg day, I'm not really all that upset with giving my quads a little bit more love, since really this is the only day that I train them. I'm thinking about including some of these accessory exercises into my deadlift day. I just don't know if I have the energy or the time after doing all those deadlifts and training my back that day too. So we'll see. Not sure if that's necessary, but I want these legs to grow, man. I'm committed to it, and so far so good. I feel like, I don't know if I've really been gaining a lot of muscle since I've been dieting, but my legs are looking serious, man. They're leaning out. You can see lots and lots of definition, lots of striation that wasn't even there before. Man, if I could have my dream legs. I want my own legs. I want my own genetic potential legs. I'm really happy with my body. But man, you guys need to look up Kai Green. If you're familiar with him, you know what I'm talking about. But he's got this sick, like almost like serrated quadricep. It's ridiculous looking, and if I could ever achieve that, I'd be pretty proud. But who knows if I could ever achieve Kai Green status. I'm working hard, but man, that is probably the coolest thing I've seen from any bodybuilder. Just that like serrated. It's hard to describe it. Just like there's Jen Beans, like a serrated quadricep. It looks so cool. But anyway, after my leg press, I will come over here and do 3 sets of this. I do 3 sets at a time. Usually, I try to get anywhere from 32 to 34 reps. Just however, I can usually do it in 3 sets, and that's what I'll do. For these ones, it's the same thing. I'm not kicking forward with my leg. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to squeeze the shit out of my quads. That's the goal here. And I talk about this, I feel like, almost every video. But eventually you'll understand. Once your muscles get used to exercising, you'll start to understand what it feels like to really use the muscle rather than just perform the movement. And once you feel what it's like to flex a muscle, I mean, you can flex your bicep. That's like a really good way to start. You flex your bicep. You learn what flexing your bicep feels like. You flex your tricep. You learn what flexing your tricep feels like. And then you can use that whenever you're performing exercises that are supposed to be directed for your bicep or tricep. Instead of just doing the movements, you actually squeeze. So that's what I'm doing here. And that's what I'm doing on a lot of my leg workouts. And I'm starting to get to that feeling on squats. And it's easier to get the feeling in these isolation movements because there's really only supposed to be like one muscle that you're using. So really trying to squeeze my hamstrings here, just like I was trying to squeeze my my quads when I was doing the quadricep extension. So these, you can almost imagine like it's like a bicep, and you're trying to curl with your leg. And in between all these sets, and in between a lot of sets, I will do just some not hamstring, just a little bit of calf raises. I think I need to give my calves more attention. I might need to do I do the calf stuff on the leg press, but I might need to do some more calf focused stuff. Because I think I have really good calf genetics, just because my dad and my mom actually, they both have like really good calves. My dad just has ridiculous calves. My dad is a beast, man. He is just such a boss. He's the coolest guy I know. But I need to give my calves a little bit more love because I feel like I have a lot of genetic potential to grow some pretty sick calves. But sitting around at a desk all day doesn't really build a whole lot of calves for you. My calves were pretty serious when I was running, but like I said, it wasn't really a source. I mean, it wasn't really a product of training legs. It was just for running 80 miles a week and competing in that. So nowadays, really trying to focus on growing these legs, getting in touch with the muscles, seeing what that's like, and I'm getting better at it. I'm definitely learning how to flex my leg muscles along with the exercise, and I think that's having a lot to do with the growth I'm experiencing in my legs. Here, this is you guys have probably seen this before if you've been watching some of my recent gym videos. This is just a weighted ab machine that I like. I'm gonna bust out about 20 crunches here, and then you'll see I'm gonna lower the pad just to get a little bit more of a stretch in my abdomen, because the whole concept of stretch and squeeze is really important. Even when we're talking about abs. So what were we talking about last time at the end of the last video, or maybe I don't know if it was the last video, but end of a recent video is how I'm really trying to pull my abs into my body, keep them tight like you're trying to suck in your stomach, and trying to crunch with that motion. And it takes a little bit of practice, and I mean I can only do it like a couple times in a row, and then I'll just do a normal crunch, and then I'll suck my abs back in and try to stay focused on that, because I do want a leaner ab plate. I don't really want my abs sticking out like a big old potbelly six-pack, which I've had before. People thought I was fat, and I looked at my shirt, they'd be like, oh shit. But that's how it goes. But regardless, I move the pad down, and this lets me target my lower abs a little bit and stretches my abdominal plate out a little bit. But that's pretty much my leg day for today. It was a really successful leg day. I feel like I didn't lift as heavy as I sometimes do, but that's okay. If you're not lifting quite as heavy, just get real focused on those reps, and I mean, still had an awesome workout, so I was really proud. So here, just taking off my shoes just to show you guys how much I'm weighing, because a lot of people ask, and I am a legit 5'11". I'm not adding an inch on like some people do, like, oh, they're 5'10", and say they're 5'11". No, I'm 5'11". I'd like to be 6 foot, but just a good old 5'11", 199 right now. So I'm staying lean, reintroduced carbs back in my diet. It's not really affecting my weight so much, but feeling a little bit stronger and looking pretty lean. Yeah, look at that fall. Yeah. So doing good. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been my leg video. I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said in here, I mean, your support and all your comments are a huge source of motivation for me. So keep letting me know how you're doing. If you got any questions or tips for me, always happy to hear them. And as always, keep up the good work. You are indeed the best. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.